Last time, we covered the foundational and exponential power of accepting your own self unconditionally. This is a well-meaning intention, but how do we get such a concept from our heads to our hearts? The whole process makes the phrase easier said than done seem like an extreme understatement. What are the steps to turn this well-meaning intention into an achievable action? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I have 6 steps to consistent quality time with you. Step 1 is plan it. So take your planner and look at a typical week with your usual schedule and your knowledge of what kind of energy you have at different times of the day. Which pocket of 30 to 60 minutes would be most primed for you allowing your own self undivided attention for none other than you? Step 2 is follow through. So whichever pocket of time you pick, physically block that square of time off so that nothing else interferes with it. You would not stand up your friend or your coworker for an appointment, so why would you treat yourself any different? Step 3 is set it up. So the time of this appointment, think hard about where you would like this to take place. So perhaps in a quiet space, a space where you could move around a lot. Think about the senses that you would love to surround yourself with. Like, would you like to see a pretty view or have wonderful pictures around you? Think about what you would like to have on your body, such as a blanket for warmth or a cushion to sit on. Think about your taste buds. Would you like a cup of warm tea or some cool water? Think about relaxing music perhaps, or relaxing fragrance. Also, make sure that you have plenty of things to express yourself with, like paper, pencils, color pencils, paints. Go crazy. Step 4 is characterize it. So if the concept of accepting yourself unconditionally had a color, what would that be for you? If it had a shape, what would that be for you? If it had a texture, what would that be? If it had a temperature, what would that be? If it existed within your environment, either on the inside or the outside of you, where would that be in relation to you? Once you have all these answers, perhaps draw all of them into one complete picture. Step 4 is keep it up. So take the picture from step 4 and post it somewhere you look every day so that it's always in the front of your mind and the concept continues to seep in over and over. Also, keep that pocket of time that you scheduled as an appointment every week so that you regularly have an appointed time that's all yours. And keep that picture as part of your regular setup each time. Step 5 is prompts for the future. So say it's appointment 2 and you've got everything set up like you like it, and you even have your picture in front of you and you're like, what do I do now? I've got this time. What do I do with it? Really, if you trust the process, the possibilities are actually endless. But if you need some ideas, you can just sit there and stare at the picture and let whatever come up, like thoughts, feelings, and then write them down or draw them and just go with it, right? But you could also provide yourself some structure with the prompt of, okay, where do I fall on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being fully accepting myself today? And pick a number. And then ask yourself, how come I'm not lower than that? And how come I'm not higher than that? And then from that information, what would need to happen in order for me to raise that number just 1 unit? And then ask yourself, okay, if that needs to happen, what action can I take toward making that happen? Other examples of prompts might be, what would need to happen in order for me to believe this whole concept a little bit more? And what words would I need to hear in order to believe the concept more? And are these words something I could provide for myself? And if not, how come? If these questions become a little bit intense emotionally for you, try taking that picture of your ideal self-acceptance concept and bringing it in to your thoughts and feelings as you contemplate these questions as a balm to soothe whatever emotions come up. Also, if you get to these questions and you're like, oh my goodness, there's no way I can approach that all by myself, there is help. Just go to Psychology Today, look up therapists in your area, and sign up for a session. Bring the questions with you. Say, I want to be able to ask myself these questions and get through that conversation emotionally, and I need help. And they'll help you. There is help out there, and you can ask for it, and you are worth it. To wrap up, turning this intention into a daily action, much less a full embodiment, can seem like a momentous feat. But the tips in this video can hopefully send you trailblazing a path that becomes clear, well-worn, and eventually automatic, the more practice you get. Stay tuned for next time on how all our parts are working for our good. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below with no strings attached.